Christ is risen. Welcome to St. Cyril Methodius Orthodox Church in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Father Gregory, the pastor. It's good to have you with us. You caught me a little bit by surprise there. Not that I didn't start it anyway, but yeah, I'm just like, it went quicker than I thought. So anyway, today is the fourth Sunday of Pascha and the Sunday of the Paralytic, and we'll have liturgy here in just about an hour and a half, about 9:30. And hopefully you'll be able to join us either online or maybe even better in person. Title of it today is What's Next, and I have a couple of two what next things. First of all, the COVID restrictions for here in Dane County in city of Madison are all going to be lifted as of June 2nd. So at the moment, churches have no attendance requirements. We can have as many people in church as we can fit. And then on June 2nd, which is I think the first Tuesday of the month, there are no more mask requirements here in Mad City. So we're all looking forward to that quite a bit, being able to see each other and pray with unmasked faces. Speaking as someone with a beard, I am looking forward to that. So the other thing that's next is I'm coming to the end of my semester at St. Sophia's Ukrainian Orthodox Theological Seminary in South Bombrook, New Jersey. And I want to thank, first of all, everyone who's been on the Orthodoxy 101 page, on our Facebook page, Orthodoxy 101, because it's been great to have you there. And, I've been noticing that lectures are actually getting a lot of play. People are actually watching, which is great. And that group is coming up on 300 people, which is extraordinary. So a couple of things there. I have a series of lectures I gave a couple of years ago on asceticism, monastic life, and Christian discipleship. Excuse me. And I'll be recording those for Orthodoxy 101 and putting them up over the course of the summer, probably in smaller units, probably like 10-minute chunks rather than whole hour lectures. So hopefully, if you've liked what you've seen on Orthodoxy 101, you'll be able to come in and get a little bit more stuff, more applied to the area of my own area of more on my own area of expertise, which is the ascetical and mystical theology, or the theology of the spiritual life, spiritual formation. The other thing that's coming up is that I've been invited to participate in a blog on ancient faith ministries. And that blog is Every Thought Captive. It's a blog on Orthodox social thought. And I've linked to it in the show description. So hopefully, next couple of weeks, you'll see my posts showing up there. My first series of posts actually will be on tradition, and specifically the anthropology of tradition. And what I mean by that is a lot of times when we, as Orthodox Christians, just to give you a hint, we talk about tradition often in the way that, say, an evangelical or fundamentalist would talk about Scripture as this solid, objective source of information. Now, to be sure, tradition is a source of our faith, but it is not objective in the sense that mathematics is objective. It has its own kind of objectivity, its own kind of validity. And there are some things that I think we misunderstand about tradition, and we need to know those before we can really need to understand the limits of tradition and what tradition does and doesn't do before we can really engage a lot of the church's social teachings. But that'll come up in the next couple of weeks. Until then, though, the really exciting part is that the mask mandate ends on June 2nd here in Dane County, which means very soon we will all, that first Sunday of June, we'll all be gathered together. Won't have masks. We'll be able to pray and sing, and I think I'm looking forward. I think everyone here is looking forward to it. How about you? What's going on where you are? How are your county health officials dealing with the CDC's recommendations about lifting the mask mandates and things? Hopefully it's going well. Hopefully your things are going well in your parish. For now, though, let me just leave you with this. The last year or so with the pandemic has been extraordinarily difficult for all of us, just been weighing on us. And along the way, people have said things that were maybe not helpful, did things which were not helpful. I know I certainly have. And, for myself, I would like that to be forgiven. And by forgiven, I mean forgotten, and we just move on. I think maybe that's where we should go going forward, is just look at the things that have happened and understand that most of us were doing the best we can. Sometimes we were motivated by true about fear, but more frequently just legitimate concern for our own health and the health of others. So why don't we extend each other a little grace as we think about this last year and where we need to go from here? Extend some grace, extend some mercy, forgiveness, and understanding. That's really what's next. And that's not just next because we're coming to the end of the health restrictions on about the pandemic, but really that should always be the thing which is next for us as Orthodox Christian. Mercy, forgiveness, grace. All right. Well, I've got to get ready for liturgy. We have a deacon who's visiting. He's the dad of one of the doctoral students at the university. So I need to get some stuff done before he shows up. Oh, one other thing that's starting up this summer, and that's Theology on Tap. That's a group primarily for graduate students at the university, but also other young adults, pretty much anyone over 21. And Theology on Tap is, as the name suggests, is we're going to be meeting once a month in one of the bars here on the Isthmus, and maybe have a beer or two and talk about theology, ask questions, have a good conversation. But as that comes up, I'll post. But remember, what's going on now? Mask mandate ends June 2nd here in Mad City. That I'll be posting a new series of talks on asceticism, monastic life, and Christian discipleship on the Orthodoxy 101 page. And I might even give it its own page. I haven't decided. I'll be doing some stuff for people on the Orthodox understanding of tradition on the Ancient Faith Ministries blog, Every Thought Captive. And then Theology on Tap coming up for those of you who are in the Madison area. Well, it's going to be a busy summer, it sounds like. I was kind of hoping for a rest. I'm not going to get it. That's okay. What else have I got to do? I'm a priest. It's not like I'm making widgets. So again, Christ is risen. God bless everyone. And I'll see you in about an hour and a half. Okay, bye-bye.